It's MandaPanda back with another do-it-yourself Shopkins video. And today we are going to be making these super awesome, super cute Shopkins shoes. For this project, you need a pair of white shoes, and I got these particular ones at Payless for $12.99. You'll need some inkjet fabric sheets. I'll post a link in the description on where you can buy those. Some no-sew glue, and get with your parents, little pandas, because for this project you do need an X-Acto knife, and it is sharp. And then you're gonna need a foam brush to brush the glue directly onto the shoe. You're gonna need a hot glue gun and a pair of scissors. Let's get started with finding the image for our shoes. I did this by Googling Shopkins, searching images, and I'm filtering it by size. I only want to see large images, and you can pick whatever image you want as long as it's big. And you can tell how big it is down here on the gray bar. It says the size, and this particular one is 1900 by 1000, so that's a really big image, and the bigger, that means the better quality it's going to be when we print it out. And here it is. I got this image all printed out on the fabric sheets. I put the settings on my printer to the highest quality, and I printed directly onto the fabric sheets. It was super easy. The sheets feed directly into the printer just like normal paper, and it just peels off like that. And you're left with a super awesome piece of fabric that moves just like a shirt. I mean, it's so cool. I prepped my shoe by taking off the bow that was here at the front. That was pretty easy, I just cut it off. What I'm doing now is I'm laying the fabric over the shoe to see where I want to place it. And you're gonna have to trust me on this one, guys. The easiest way to start off is by figuring out how you want to place the side. And I love this. I think that having cheesy on the outside of this shoe is super awesome. So that's where he's gonna go. Let's get started by putting glue directly onto the side of the shoe. And I laid out the glue in a little tray because I found that it makes it so much easier to apply. And be generous with the glue because we wanna make sure that this fabric sticks on really well. Once you have the entire side of the shoe covered in a nice thick layer of glue, you're just going to press that fabric onto the shoe. And we want to make sure that this image goes on nice and flat and tight, so that way we don't have any creases or folds or bends in the image and it looks like it was, bought like that. That's what's gonna make these look super cool. So putting on this side is a whole bunch of stretching and pulling and making sure that it's all on correctly. I'm adding a little bit more glue to the bottom to make sure that I get a good, nice edge. Once you have the side on, you're gonna cut off the excess fabric. Now leave about a 1 centimeter section so that way we can fold the fabric over into the shoe. Now I'm going to tackle the front of the shoe. And again, we're just putting generous amounts of glue there. And I am pulling this image over the front of the shoe. Since these shoes are rounded, you're gonna get a couple of creases in the front, and that's normal. That is completely natural. It's gonna happen. There's no way to avoid it since they are rounded at the front. But as long as you just tug it and pull it as much as you can to make it flat, it'll look amazing. So I got the front all on, and I'm cutting off the extra fabric from the side, leaving an area at the top so that way we can pull the fabric into the shoe and hide the edges. This is the extra piece that I like on the side, but it has this little white edge and I'm just gonna cut that off. So I'm putting glue all on the inside of the shoe now, and I am going to overlay that piece we just cut off directly onto the side of the shoe. And how cool is it that it actually says shoes on our shoe? I just think that that's so cute. And you want to make sure that you overlap it enough, covering the other image. And what I'm doing is I'm directly applying some of the glue to this edge because I want a really good seal. And no problems, because I promise this glue will dry clear and you won't be able to see that. So I am just going and I am making sure that I get all of the edges completely glued down, and again just tugging and pulling, tugging and pulling. The last thing for the fabric is we need to cover the heel area. So let's cut off this excess fabric again, leaving some room, guys. You don't want to cut it all the way down. You're going to leave some room. And with this leftover fabric, we are going to cover the back like that. Now these shoes, they're a size 4.5 big girls, but they honestly fit like a size 7 women because I'm a 6 and they fit me big. So depending on what size shoe you wear, you may or may not have to do this part because the image might be big enough to cover your whole entire shoe. But there it is. And again, press down hard, apply pressure, tug it and pull it, so that way you get a really nice application. And I'm cutting off some excess, and again I'm going back, and on those seams I am applying glue directly to the outside to make sure that there is no lifting here later on. And I'm doing the same with the other side. Now here are the little edges that I asked you to leave onto the shoe. What I'm doing is I'm taking my hot glue gun and I am putting glue to the top of this edge. I'm not putting it inside the shoe because I don't want to annoy the side of my feet once I'm actually wearing them. So I'm putting glue directly to the top edge of the shoe, and I am tightly pulling over that extra lip of fabric. And I'm gonna do this all around. And you won't be able to see these excess little pieces once you actually have the shoes on, so no worries, nobody will see this, just you. And so when it comes to the front, it is rounded, so you need to make 2 cuts into the fabric with the X-Acto knife, just so that way it makes it easier to actually fold that fabric over, just like that. And this part has too much fabric, so I'm just gonna go in and cut that off in a second. And just do all the edges. And be careful not to burn yourself. Make sure your parents are helping you for this part. And once you have all the edges down, we're gonna do the last step, and we're gonna use our X-Acto knife, and we're gonna cut off all the excess fabric from the bottom. So I'm doing this in small sections. I am firmly pressing the X-Acto knife down right at the edge of the rubber sole. And some parts where there's like fabric overlapping are gonna be a little bit hard, but not too hard. You can get it done. And you're just gonna cut around the entire shoe and cut off all the excess fabric. Be careful when you get to the front where you have all those creases. It's gonna be a little bit hard here. So make sure you're pressing down really well. And I have some glue squirting out there, but that's okay. And again, I am doing this while the fabric is still wet, the glue is still wet, because it's easier that way, just in case you have to reposition something after you've cut off the excess fabric. Once all the fabric's cut off, I'm just using my brush and I'm applying glue to the edge. And then I'm just running my finger and I'm picking up all that glue. And what this is doing is this is just sealing all the edges and all the little bits of threads that might come loose. And wow, here they are. They're all dry now. Now the only thing is right here in the heel, I don't really like where you can see the fabric where it came together. So what I did was I got these really cute rhinestones, and I thought we'll put rhinestones to the back, right? To cover this. Great idea. I thought it was a great idea. So let's get these rhinestones on. I'm using the fabric glue to apply these rhinestones. It looks a lot better than hot glue, just an FYI. And just get them all on to your liking. And we'll add rhinestones to both shoes. How cute. And here's the finished product. Oh, wow, these things look like I bought them from the store. These are awesome. Check these out. And this is the shoe that I made off camera, and I was able to put the entire Shopkins logo on the inside. How awesome is this, guys? How awesome is this? So here's the one that you saw me make. It came out so nice. So nice. What do you guys think? Do you like these shoes? Would you wear these? Let me know in the comments below. I'm so excited. I am in love with these shoes. I can't wait to wear these out. And I did print out the exact same image twice, but if you wanted to, you can use 2 different images and have 2 different shoes. I mean, that'd be kind of cool too, but I'm not that daring, so I used the same image for both shoes. And here they are. If you like this video, make sure that you subscribe to my channel so you can catch all my other videos, and share it with all your friends. And here's me wearing them. They fit me a little big, but that's okay. I love them. Maybe I'll wear some socks so they fit.